they will say, make una not judge, make una not judge, make una not judge. Thou shalt not judge. It not the 10 commandment too. Now advice.
In a country of highly religious but less godly people, if we must move forward, we must judge others so that we also would be judged.
You know, say this English language, when they teach us the word of God and they teach us the word of the government, I mean for school. Not our real language, sometimes we don't understand that well, but we just think, say we understand that, we just carry on. And among the things when I want to talk, this English language is still there inside, because when our people, they campaign to us, black man, they campaign to black man, say he won't rule, he won't enter office, he won't become governor, he would speak grammar till they talk to my grandma when know they hear English. You understand? All this one are you for inside the Nigerian politics or African politics at large. Now, so me as Sam ask why you, because if you want to talk to the people, we'll let them understand what you they talk about. And the only way if you let them understand what you talk about now, when you speak the language when they understand. But I can't find and say the only language when Nigerian politicians they speak when everybody understand, now language of give me something, I go vote for you, which is not supposed to be.
If we must move forward, we must judge others so that we also would be judged.
Country like Nigeria, when it be say we dey as we dey, so it good make we dey judge others so that they will judge us. If we fear say may we not judge, may therefore not judge us, or Bible not say may you not judge, may you for not go fire. No, it say make you not judge person, may therefore not judge you. So if you too fear say Bible say may we not judge, you can't dey there, the whole country will dabaru. So a place like Nigeria, it good make we judge ourselves. So I want to talk about the politicians. It still dey surprise me say this 21st century you fit still use food and 500 naira take gain votes from voters. Now shame, now big shame. Now big shame. The politicians know the importance of voters, the power of voters, but you don't know the importance and the power of your vote. That be the problem.
For people who think their votes don't count, their votes count. If you look at the stress that politicians go through to make sure people come to the poll, they pay them money. There was one in Ekiti, they said Tekako Sebe. That means when you vote, you cook a pot of soup. It was between 5,000 and 10,000, depending on your ability to negotiate. Yeah. There was another time when that was not possible. It was said that some politicians went into people's home, asking them to swear by Ogun, the god of fire on Yoruba land, that you will vote for them after collecting their money. So politicians are really making serious efforts to get people to the polls. If your votes don't count, they won't go through all of that stress. They will just declare the figures.
And moreover, some people will talk, say, what it concern the election. Me, I not the inside the politics. Politics not interest me. My brother, you are expected to take part in a policy that governs your life through politics. You agree whether you like or you don't like. You are affected by politics.
The worst illiterate is the political illiterate. He hears nothing, sees nothing, takes no part in political life. He doesn't seem to know what the cost of living, the price of beans, of flour, of rent, of medicine, all depend on political decisions. He even prides himself on his political ignorance, sticks out his chest, and says he hates politics. He doesn't know how. He doesn't know, the imbecile, that from his non-participation comes the prostitute, the abandoned child, the robber, and the worst of all, corrupt officials, the lackeys of exploitative multinational corporations. Those were the words of Bertolt Brecht, a German poet and playwright.
Whether you become a politician or not, you are affected by politics. We are politicians by nature. Politics is even in your house. Politics is in your church. Politics is in your school. Politics is between you and your friend. If you know the meaning of politics, politics is about policies. To make Nigeria change, not be about the person when they rule, now about the people when they rule.
And you see, unfortunately, one of our major problems, again, both in politics, in the civil society, in our community, it's about the kind of orientation we have. which I also want to plead with my brother here, when they are talking about leadership, one of the things they should emphasize more is the reorientation of the Nigerian society. Let us start having a thinking of how we want to live. If you ask some people now,
So it's more. You are seeing it as more of a problem of the people than the problem of the political class.
it is said that the people deserve the kind of leadership they get based on their own character and behavior.
Absolutely.
So really, the crop of the political elites that we have is born out of.
It's a direct translation of the kind of society.
But do we have the quality of leadership that Nigeria needs? I'm not talking about what we get. I'm talking about that Nigeria. Do we have it in the present political class?
We do, we have. And you see, my other brother, the lawyer, joining us via Zoom, said it earlier, that even good people sometimes come in and they become bad. It's because of the system, the society itself. This is the only country where today, if Linus is appointed in a position, people should celebrate him after his tenure. But you will find the very day he comes in, his school, maybe his alumni, his village people, his friends will start coming to visit him, to congratulate him. Some will even throw parties for him. People should be celebrated after serving their term so that we can be able to, judge them based on what they've done.
So, I mean, because if you look at the problems of, you are saying that we are not in short demand of quality leadership.
We are not at all.
So why has the solution to our problems eluded us with the kind of leadership that we have?
Like I said again, the society is to be held responsible. The same Nigerians, will live here.
The innocent Nigerians who go to vote, how do you hold them? How do you blame them for the kind of leadership?
Innocent. We must be able to hold ourselves accountable. It is time we start holding people accountable, ask questions for people who promote or sponsor to certain positions.
Say Europe, and other developed parts of the world, say their government, they go where. It not 100% depends on the ruler, so it also depends on those people that are being ruled. So, now shame, say at this time in life, in this generation, in this century, say people see the campaign, governors, aspirants, or candidates see the campaign with food and money to entice the people. It not make sense to me. You not get how it makes sense.
Now, they get one last one we'll go talk about just before we leave. The Daily Trust newspaper, I don't carry this particular story. At the bottom of the Daily Trust for page 6, you go see they say, INEC, for page 3 rather, INEC uncovers new vote buying technique. But the way the Punch carry, and then they're very more specific, then say politicians plotting to use food vendors for vote buying. That's what INEC talk for page 8 of the Punch newspaper. Now, even though they get one proverb where our people they talk, they say, when the bird learns to fly without perching, the hunter learns to shoot without missing. Now, we don't say INEC don't they try cover all the loopholes, and according by you, all the lacuna where these unscrupulous politicians they use, they do vote buying. Now, here's now food vendors they don't use. You think say it is possible to completely eradicate vote buying in these coming elections and furthermore?
It is very possible, and I go talk why. See, INEC go do everything when they fit do. So you see, say the process they free and fair. Anybody fit argue anything when they want argue. But if we check what the INEC supposed to do and how INEC go take do what they supposed to do, the whole idea that say make them be electoral umpire and make the election make sense. Number one. Number two, desperate politicians when want enter government or when one day government when no one agree say the greatest power dey in the hand of the people go do everything. We see what happen for Osun now. We see what happen for Ekiti, where politicians they send alerts. Then they send alert. People when they owe salary begin send alerts a day before election. People they pay. Oh, now this amount these people they pay. We go pay now 1,000 naira more just because of say they won't win election. So on the one hand you get INEC when one do work. On the other hand you get politicians when they desperate by every means necessary. Now, who be the people when go decide? We, the Nigerian people. Make I tell you, since 1960, when this country don't get independence, now we don't suffer.
Now, waiting reach us to think about. Now, for our own good, make we know the meaning of life. We will know the importance of how we need to love ourselves. Me, I dey shame where if I watch our history, if I read our history, if I listen to our history, how they take do us, how they take us to do slave, how we don't suffer as black men. And we still did the way we did like this. They treat ourselves bad politically, religiously, and otherwise. Tears they come out from my eyes. Only one will just do. But sometimes I will advise myself, say, this will not be personal problem, not general problem. So make I take them easy. But you know, they make my heart smile. They make me want cry. They make me the shame in the foreign land where I did. If I did watch our history with the citizens of where I did shame. I know they get confident. They make me lose confidence. But the only way we figure that confidence back now when we know who we be, where we they come from, we should know our history. We should know where we are coming from. We should know all that we have been through. Make we know. If we don't know, we not go fit change.
5 topical issues, no holds barred.
For me, it's not knowledge that's lacking. It's that greed. It's that mentality where you feel you deserve to take your own and take it infinitely and let everybody else just manage however they will manage.
We're almost becoming hardwired to try and cheat. I would, suggest that we begin to hold our leaders accountable.
There was a time in this country when things actually work.
I don't think that any organization should be above the law. And I think one of the challenges we have in this country is about governance across the board.
What I'm saying is that it doesn't really affect us in Nigeria. That's
It does.
I don't know what we can do if the system is already corrupted.
We've been warned as a continent of the influx of the Chinese. If you don't repay your debt, they will just colonize you.
They still they laugh us all till tomorrow. We claim to be independent, but yet we are dependent. So now we think we will think about. Okay, thank you very much, and make una not forget una me be this una brother ID, the preacher with testimony. Welcome to ID's Public Awareness Ministries, where we believe in community development through general knowledge, public issues, and evangelical presentations.